Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you all are well. So today's video is going to be all about how you can get this look here. This is a really nice and glam look for if you're going to a holiday party or if you're just in the holiday spirit and you want to pop on some bread and just be like a traditional holiday lover. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then stay tuned.
Alrighty, so it's not usual that I include my brow routine in my videos because it just takes so long, but I did want to show you guys my favorite brow pencil. This one is from e.l.f. It's a nice, inexpensive brow pencil that you can use when you just want to define your brows and get that good old like snatched look, but for a really inexpensive price. So yeah, this one is in the shade dark brown, and as usual I'll have everything down in the description box so you guys can check it out on your own. So now to clean up and shape my brows, I'm using the L.a Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn, and this is also going to be my brow highlight. So now I'm just using an angled concealer brush to blend that out. And as you can see, I made my concealer meet in the middle of my brows, and this just helps to map out the brows so that they can become as equal as possible. I know that saying is like brows are supposed to be sisters or cousins, not twins, but I try to make my brows as identical as possible, and I recommend that you guys do the same. If you want a full tutorial on how I do my brows, please leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know so I can make one for you guys, if you're interested, that is. So now to prep my eyeshadow, I'm taking this L.a Colors shadow stick in the shade White. It's either a shadow stick or a primer, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna have it down below so that you guys can see for sure what it really is, and I'm just using this to prep my eyes. So now I'm taking this fluffy brush and just blending that out, not so much so that it blends into my skin, but just enough so that there's no rough edges. So now for my eyeshadows today, I will be using the e.l.f. Matte for Matte eyeshadow palette. This palette is so good for like transitioning and blending and just defining, and also for like prepping the eyes. So I'm taking the lightest shade in that palette and just using it to set that eyeshadow primer. So now I'm taking the shade in the middle that pretty much looks like an orange, like warm brown color, and I'm using that as my transition shade, so I'm placing it right in the crease. Now I'm taking the next darkest shade of brown, and I'm placing this on the outer corner of my eye. This is going to act as like my defining color, but it's not the darkest one I'm using. I'm just using this to kind of like build it up. Next, I'm taking the darkest shade in that palette and adding that right on top of where I just put that brown on the corner. Now going straight into my Carli Bybel Deluxe palette, I'm taking this brown shade that's matte, and I'm using this to blend everything together. I'm going back into that palette and I'm taking the darkest brown shade that's there and just defining the outer corner of my eye even more. So I'm not sure if you guys have heard about this foundation, but this is the Dermacol foundation that's like $6, I think. I got it off of Wish for like $3, and unfortunately it's too light for me, and that's the darkest shade they had, but it works really well as a concealer, and it also works really well as like, you know, a color to carve out your eye. So that's basically what I'm doing now. I'm creating like a cut crease to make my eyeshadow pop on my lid even more. I love this stuff. Like, look, it's popping. So now I'm taking the lightest shade that's in that palette and I'm using that to set the concealer so that there's no stickiness when I apply my eyeshadow. So now I'm just blending out the harsh edges that were left after that I put that concealer with that dark brown color again from the palette. So I'm spraying my brush now to make it more intensified, and I'm taking the lightest shimmery color in the palette and placing that right on top of where I put the concealer. I'm taking that same orange warm shade from the palette and just using it to blend everything together and get rid of all the harsh lines. Okay, so now I'm getting started on the face. I'm taking this e.l.f. concealer palette and I'm just using the two middle brown shades and I'm placing this over my dark spots as like my corrector. For my primer, I'm going to be using e.l.f.'s Illuminating Primer, and I'm placing this just on the middle of my face because that's the part of my face that I pretty much want to stand out the most. For my foundation, I'm using the Covergirl Elixer foundation. I love this foundation so much. It is the absolute most amazing drugstore foundation I've ever used in terms of its coverage and just how long it lasts. It really is one of the best ones that I have. Like, literally, if you do not have this one, you should go out and get it. I did a review on this foundation. It's on my channel somewhere, so if you want to go check it out, you could see just how well it works, and in that video I also explained how it looks after 8 hours of wear, so go check it out. So for my concealer, I'm using that Dermacol foundation. You're really going to get to see just how well it works. So if you're looking for a highlighting concealer that is full coverage and is worth your money, because I only paid $6 for this, or $4, whatever, and look at how well it works. And not only that, you get so much in the tube to be using as a concealer, it's going to last you forever. So if you got short pockets, girl, you better go out and check this out if you're looking for a highlighting concealer. Now I'm just blending that out with a damp beauty blender. So now I'm just setting that concealer using my CoverGirl translucent powder. So for some reason my camera did not catch me with my contour. I used the L.a Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Mahogany or Truffle, one of those. It'll be in the description bar, but yeah, you saw where I placed it all over the areas that I want to make more slim, and I'm just blending this out with my Tarte brush. So this is what the CoverGirl powder looks like. It's in loose form and it's a really good dupe for the Laura Mercier one. I'm just using this to sharpen the nose contour. So now to set the contour, I'm using this L.a Girl, no it's not L.a Girl, sorry, this L.a Colors contour and highlighting palette. For my blush, I will be using the Milani blush in the shade Coral Crush. For my liquid liner, I'll be using the one by Catrice. I love this liner. It comes out so matte. Oh, it's amazing. Literally, you guys have to check it out. It's my favorite liner. And it's drugstore and it's only $4, so below, go get it, please. So now I'm just going underneath my waterline and taking the darkest colors that I used earlier from the e.l.f. palette. For my lashes, I'll be using the Allure Luxe in the style Gilded. So I'll be using the L'Oreal Luminous Mascara Primer. And I'm also going to be using the Essence Big Lashes Mascara, as well as the Maybelline Big Shot Mascara. So the first highlight that I will be using is the Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighter. It's absolutely gorgeous. For my second highlight, I'll be using the NYX Strobe palette. So now I'm just placing that on my brow bone, and I'm setting my face with the Ulta Mist Spray. For my lipstick, I'm using the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit lipstick in the shade Scarlet. I think that's the name of it. I'm not sure, but y'all, it's a poppin' ass red, so that's all you really need to know. And if you want to know the name, just check the description box. So you can go with a matte look like how I have here, or you can spice it up and put a gloss on top. So the gloss that I use is from L.a Colors, and this one just makes you like, oof. Honey, if you want to look like fun doll, like spicy type of like, what do they call those things? Blow up doll. If you want to have blow up doll realness, then go ahead with the gloss. And honey, after all those steps are done, this is what you're going to look like.
Okay, you all, so this is a completed look. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, you can let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And also subscribe to my channel to become a part of my familia. As usual, I'm sending so much love your way, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!